What's going on, guys? This is Damien from The Lookout and I'm here with Oceania Regionals Top 8 Breakdown BT22 edition plus deck lists. We have a whole bunch of new decks. We have like Gogeta, Superfu, Cellmax. Guys, this breakdown is crazy. But before we begin the video, two important things. First off, Zenka Showdown, 23rd, 24th of September in Poznan, Poland. You can still buy tickets until Sunday. Link is in the description below. And of course, guys, this video has been made possible by the Coffee Club, our lovely patrons. Huge shout out to them, guys. They buy us coffee, they keep us going, and eventually we will replace the broken table. If you wish to join our Patreon and become a member of the Coffee Club, it's only $2. Link is in the description below. And yeah, I think that's about everything. Roll the video! As with all of our videos, let's start with the breakdown, or in this case, general info. This was a live regional event organized by TAC Games. Huge shout out to them, phenomenal TO. This event took place on New Zealand, and it was the first live event, from what I've been told, that took place after the virus, which I can't mention, otherwise I'm getting demonetized. But you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it was only 27 players. This was mostly, from what I've gathered, this was mostly like the local player base. The rest of the Oceania player base is on the main continent. So 27 players in total, which is a very, very good number. Best of one pre-side event. I didn't ask about Top Cut. I think it was just best of one pre-side. And finally, guys, huge shout out to everyone who had participated at the event, and to Mark. Mark reached out to me and sent me the deck lists and everything. Thank you, man, so much. Thank you so much. You've made this video possible. Huge shout out to you, mate. Now let's check out the deck lists. Me and my big mouth. What I was about to say was let's check out the breakdown. The breakdown first, guys. So, just covering top 8, because there was 27 players. First place, BT2 Vegito. BT2 Jack's BT2 Vegito took first place. Congratulations, Jack. Yeah, this is like, I think this is the first time that I have seen Vegito actually win an event. And I think in my entire time covering this. I'm sorry, guys, I have covered so many events, I just keep forgetting. But I think that this was the first Vegito. Then, second place, Fu. Yes, the newest Fu deck got second place. Congrats. Then third place, Majin Vegeta. Probably the best yellow deck in the format. One of the best decks in the format. Trust me, Majin Vegeta is madness. Fourth place, Janemba. Janemba Mill, not the awful one from the current set, Janemba Mill. And Janemba Mill still keeps creeping into the top 16 more and more often, actually. Yeah, there is something with this deck, guys. Like, it's a very, very valid rogue option. Fifth place is Mark's Gogeta BT22, so the newest Gogeta deck. We're gonna check that one out. Congrats. Sixth place, another Gogeta. So Gogeta taking 2 spots in the top 8. That's awesome. And then 7th place, Cellmax Mono Red, and 8th place, Red Blue Cellmax. I'm super excited to see these lists. I'm very excited to see these lists, guys. Cellmax, it's one of those leaders that's very easy to overlook because he only has like a couple of cards. It's not a big fancy archetype, but he is the generic red leader. This is the generic red leader, and this, guys, this card is insane. This leader is madness. Anyways, this was the top 8. Congrats to everyone, and let's check out the deck lists. Here we are, guys, once again with Deck Planet. I have all of the top 8 lists here. If you wish to check out individual lists, link is in the description below. Now let's start with Vegito. So first place, Jack's Vegito. Yeah, so Vegito winning the list by itself. I mean, I don't know much about Vegito. It's one of those that I never really looked too deep into, but just going over it, I think that this is a pretty standard list. He is running Whis counterattack, which is cool. He's running the Shlonku boss monster, because this one beans you for 2 turns. That's phenomenal. Your leader becomes what, like 20 base with this one on both turns. Of course, you're running Sin, and he's casting Almighty Resistance. You should always cast Almighty Resistance, right? Anyways, guys, sorry, a bit of an internal joke. Then we have the Z leader, of course, and the rest of the Z deck, which is pretty standard. And here's the thing that I wanted to talk about the most: Ice Lance. I hope you have this card. Ice Lance has been the MVP of the tournament. That's what I have been told. Because Ice Lance shuts down the Gogeta SCR. It can't shut down the boss monster because that's like an aura effect. Once it's triggered, you can't stop it, but you can negate all of the skills of the boss monster. More importantly, you can shut down the Cumber secret rare as well with this one, and then just proceed to win the game. Phenomenal card. It came out in draft box, so there is a very limited amount of them. If you don't have them, go get them. They should be super cheap. Like from what I'm seeing here, it's like 0.47 on TCG Player or something. So they should be pretty cheap. Go get your copies. This one is gonna be a staple, I believe, in yellow for fighting Gogeta. I might be wrong, but the first results are pointing in that direction. And then, second place, Dennis Fu. Yes, Fu, second place. Let's check it out. Probably the best deck, or one of the best decks from the newest set. I would argue that this is the best deck. Wow, like Fu is phenomenal. And what we are seeing here, this is exciting because this is one of the first Fus in the top. This is the first Fu in the top 8, top 16 that we have ever seen. So let's analyze it. Running the playset of the boss monster, yeah, okay. 3 Fus, sure. When it comes to Cumbers, 4 for the hand destruction, this is the one that you really want to play. Only 2 of those which can help you charge Z energy, and 4 of the last one. That's a good split. For Fus, running only 3 copies of Fus and running only these 2. Just this one and this one. Okay. 2 copies of the extra card. And now we have Supreme Kai of Time, Guardian of Time Space here. And we also have Mehi. We have a full playset of Mehi. Why? Because Cumbers have Servant, and Mehi is just a one energy overlord. And who replaces himself because you draw when you play him. Mehi is phenomenal. And then like there's Protector of the People, Petrification, Vegeta Super Combo. Like the rest is what you would expect to see. For Z deck, the Z deck is pretty bold. So only 2 copies of this one, and only a single copy of this Fu. I think that you would still like to run more of this one. I think that I would run like 2-2 or something like that. 2 copies of the lab though, that's interesting. And here we have the rest, of course. Then third place, Jesse's Majin Vegeta. Majin Vegeta, let's check it out. So this is the most standard Majin Vegeta build out there. Like you don't fix what isn't broken, like I always say. So it's just a standard Majin Vegeta. He's running the Polish Spice with the old masters, and the overrealm of choice is Vegito. You don't usually see this, so at least this caught me by surprise. You know, like at least it's not super standard because it has this one. And that's awesome to see. I had high hopes for this one, and I'm happy to see it. The rest is just standard Vegito stuff. Then we are moving to 4th place, Janemba Mill. Also the normal Johnny Mill build. I don't know much about this one. Peter knows much more, but from what I'm seeing, it's pretty similar to the other Johnny Mills that we have seen. We know, you know what this deck does by now. Then we're moving to 5th place, Mark's Aegis Gogeta. Alright, new deck. Let's analyze. Hit the Revoker. Got bought out recently in Europe. I can see here that prices on TCG Player are expensive for this one. Another draft box card, so very limited quantities. If you don't know what it does, it's a counterplay. You choose 2 of your opponent's energies and you just switch them to rest mode. And then you play him. So for free energy, just play him, take away 2 energies. Stop your opponent's plays. Amazing. There is also 1 Mirror Creator absorbed. That's pretty cool. 1 Mutaito in the main. And 1 copy of Frost's Deadly Poison. Yeah. So going down, we are also seeing 2 copies of Icelands to help with Cumbers and in the mirror match. More Mutaitos for Gohans, and that's about it. Then we are moving to Sean's Aegis Gogeta. Let me just see here. It's pretty similar, though. This one is running Gohan Piccolo. He's running Gohan Piccolo. He's also running, let's see, Zamasu the Eliminator. 2 copies of Mortals Begone because comboing a lot. He has a lot of Z energy. And the rest is fairly similar to the previous one. There is 1 copy of the monkey so that you can secure a kill when your opponent is on 3 lives. There is Baby Hatch as the unison of choice. Not unison, secret rare. What was the secret rare here? Aha, yeah, Gogeta. Okay, in this one, Hatch was a SCR. And then, like, going down, we are seeing 1 Soul Punisher. This one was also heavily bought recently. I'm yet to see play. And the rest is like Mutaito and some more defenses. Now, 7th place, Daniel's Cell Max, the mono red version. The mono red Cell Max. Let's go through it. So full playset of the boss, because you have to play the boss. He takes care of his employees. You know, he just counters and then just like gives you a salary raise with double strike. The boss, the best employer of the year. 8 copies of the SR. I'm still a bit torn on it. I'm getting to it's very good. I'm still a bit torn on it, but I believe that this one is very good. Actually, I'm getting convinced slowly. The rest of the deck is, well, basically you're running 2 copies of Garlic to just keep minusing. As long as you are minusing, you get to draw. Top of 4 added defenses. The God Rare Vegeta for when you need to finish your opponent. 1 Hit Wonder Goku because you can just play him for free. Why not? 2 Wolfenfest with El Jiren. Jiren is the unison of choice. I would probably up the Jiren because Jiren is just phenomenal in this deck. Jiren is insane in this deck. 2 copies of Hachimaru. So I forgot what this one does. If you're a leader as well, play this card in rest mode from your hand, choose up and you give -5 to something. Okay, yeah. Okay. And then the rest is just like 4 copies of Gaima and some of the usual good stuff for red. And then to see Damien's reaction. The monkey. Okay, so no forest fires this time around, but the monkey is here instead. So the forest fire is gone, it has left the field, and now the monkey is here. Okay, yeah, cool. So this is probably gonna be the next Oceania meme, right? And finally, let's check out the last list, Sean's red-blue Cell. Now this build is red-blue and I really prefer the red-blue version of Cell. Let's go over it. I think that this is the superior color combination, though I have heard that there is also like a red-yellow one. I'm still to see that one. Running 4 copies of Cell, 4 copies of Gamma. The super combo of choice is just 2 copies of Beerus and 2 copies of Reddits. And then you, besides Vegeta, you also have 4 copies of Whis. So this is the first big thing. When you play him, you can basically give yourself plus 10k for the battle. So he's effectively floodgate, he makes your later 25k. The real reason why you might also choose to go this route is not only Whis but also Gohan. Because Cell has the superhero trait, so you can play Gohan, which is one of the better floodgates in the game, and then you can just floodgate your opponent. Stop their turn completely. They want to play something, yeah, okay, 1 energy defeating the demon, remove something, draw 1, because you have negged. Phenomenal. The Unison of Choice is a bit confusing. It is the Pen starter deck Unison of Choice. Son Gohan the Awakened. Not super sure why, I guess blocker. +1 when you use a mono red battle card in a combo, draw 1. Okay, it's draw, but it's for +1. And then this card gains double strike, but mostly +/-0 activate main is a minus effect. So you basically just draw for no investment. I think I would still play Jiren because Jiren can draw both on both turns just passively. And now here comes a cool one. Planet M2. You can also play the other version of this card. Basically, why? Here is why. Because as activate battle, you can minus something. You minus an opponent's leader or battle card by -5k. It's not a lot. It's not a lot, and you can target only your opponent's cards. But what this is for 1 energy investment, this is guaranteed draw. You're drawing guaranteed every single turn. Because, I mean, every single opponent's turn. I think that the other one allows you to actually do this on your turn as well. I'm not sure on that. But basically, for 1 energy, you will always draw on your opponent's turn. You'll always have a way to neg something. That's why this is so good. The Z deck is interesting, like 2 omnidirectional beams. Not sure about this one. Really not. If you have a red android that costs 7 or more, yeah, you have this. So he costs like 1 and 3 Z. When this card attacks, use up to 1 android from your drop with this common negate for that skill, and this gains barrier. And when this activates blocker, so it's like a double blocker. And android, it helps because you have some androids. And then we also have the side deck, which looks pretty standard. The cool thing is that you can run the Mafuba here. So if you're going with red-blue version, you actually can answer Gohan. You can answer Gohan's boss monster. Anyways, guys, these were the deck lists. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below what is your opinion on the Oceania breakdown. Guys, yes, small event, but the first time that we are seeing some of these lists, they look amazing. It's super exciting. And I can't wait to see more of these later. I'm enjoying Cell Max, I'm enjoying Fu, Gogeta is here, so we're actually seeing 3 different decks from the newest set, and like GoBros won in Europe, so that's the 4th one. So already 4 new decks from the newest set are creeping their way into top cuts. That's always exciting to see. Let me know in the comments below. I read all of your comments. I try to respond to everything. I really, really love this little community. It means the world to me. Guys, and we just hit 3,000 subs today. Yeah, it says hit and help us get to 3k. I'm lazy. I forgot to change that. But we hit 3,000 subs today. We're gonna make a 3k update at some point. Not today. It's way too hot. And I know I have like a golden cooler to film and stuff. But thank you guys so much. And now we're on the road to 4,000, so share the video, hit those like and subscribe buttons, help us get there, and yeah, thank you guys for everything. This has been Damien from The Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.